Okay, this video is all about the eat less, exercise less approach to healing the metabolism and losing weight. And we call this the 3-2-1 protocol because it follows a very easy nutrition and exercise format that can be described as 3-2-1. I'm going to get into that in just a minute, but first let's cover the benefits of this particular program. The one thing you have to understand whenever you're healing the metabolism is that the metabolism has been stressed. And whenever the metabolism is stressed, one of the key areas that is impacted by that is the digestive system. The digestive system becomes compromised. Oftentimes the lining, the skin, the enterocytes that line the digestive tract, the gut from the mouth all the way down, can become what is known as leaky, where it opens up and becomes inflamed and irritated, and large food particles can pass through, causing issues and more stress to the neuroendocrine immune system. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But we want to have something that is easy on digestion, that is easy for the body to handle. Remember, when you're in stress, the fight or flight response is the sympathetic nervous system, and the opposite of that is the rest and digest response, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. Whenever you're in the stress sympathetic fight or flight response for long periods of time, you automatically are going to be less able to digest and handle foods. So this approach makes that far easier. The other thing is that we know that when the nervous system, the hormone system, the digestive system is under stress, that hunger, energy, and cravings become out of control for a great many people. And we need to do something that is going to keep the metabolism from being overly hungry, because hunger is a very strong urge. And so this program does that through easy protein and fiber manipulation. We really need to have a nutrition plan that is very satiating so that you can go 4 to 6 hours without eating, which helps the digestive system take a break from digesting food and also allows the body to divert resources to other healing in the body rather than just constantly always focusing on digesting food. Another benefit of this is the reprogramming of behavioral hunger. Hunger is both behavioral and biochemical. And so if you're used to eating 5 to 6 times per day, you will naturally get hungry at those times because there's an entrained hunger response. This particular program allows you to break that behavioral hunger response and really start to get control over hunger so that the behavioral aspect is no longer an issue for you. We also have a need for a hypoallergenic diet, and the 3-2-1 approach accomplishes that very easily, which I'm going to go over in a minute. But hypoallergenic just means that we're consuming foods that the body does not see as antigens or as something it needs to react to, things that are very gentle on the immune system as well as easy on digestion. The other thing about the 3-2-1 protocol is it's very easy to remember and do. Many people who have been under high stress or who are not feeling well and have extreme fatigue and mental cloudiness and things like that, we do not want you having to have a situation where you're trying to cook food constantly and taking all this time just to prepare food. So it needs to be something convenient. The other thing about this particular protocol, it is low calorie and balancing of your hormones. So it is very low calorie while at the same time controlling hunger, energy, and cravings. It's very important to understand these benefits and why we're using this protocol. So let's get into the 3-2-1 nutrition strategy. It stands for, the 3 means 3 meals per day. The 2 means of those 3 meals, 2 of them are going to be protein shakes. And the 1 means 1 regular meal per day. And you can think of that 1 regular meal as a 3-2-1 as well, where it will be 3 parts vegetable, 2 parts protein, and 1 part starch. And it's important that the starch be a pretty standard serving size, a cup of rice, a whole sweet potato, and preferably at the end of the day, because this starch at the end of the day will help raise serotonin, help lower stress hormones, and aid in sleep and recovery, which is a big need. So the 3 meals per day, one of the reasons that we do this is we have longer periods between food that aids neuroendocrine immune recovery because the body does not have to focus on digestion constantly and can divert recovery and repair resources to other places in between the meals. Also, it allows you to dip into fat stores a little better as well. Now, the most important aspect to get right in this 3-2-1 approach is the 2 protein shakes. Why are we using protein shakes? Well, we're using protein shakes so that we can easily manipulate the amount of protein, which is the major satiating component or hunger suppressing component of the meal. Without easy manipulation of the protein amount, people can easily get hungry, and that will have a detrimental effect on being able to stay on the program. So you're going to want a protein powder that contains about 30 to 50 grams of protein. The least amount possible to get the job done. The extra protein helps maintain muscle, and it also helps to create a situation where we have a hunger suppressing effect. You also may want to go up to 50 grams of protein. Oftentimes people get hungry off protein powders because they're not having enough protein. You also can add fiber. A gentle fiber like apple pectin works really good in this to also satiate you or keep you from being hungry. You can mix these with hypoallergenic liquid sources. Water would be best, but you can also do unsweet almond and or coconut milk. And you want an easy to digest hypoallergenic protein that is also slowly digested. One of the things to keep in mind here is whey protein is very quickly digested, and therefore it is not always very satiating for people. So hypoallergenic protein sources include pea protein, rice protein, hemp protein sources, as compared to the more allergenic proteins of whey, casein, and egg. And so some good brands are Vega Sport Protein, Plant Fusion, Hemp Force, and others. The key is to find one you like. You also want to find one that has a good digestive enzyme blend with it. And if you find that having these protein shakes irritates your digestive system, you may need a little digestive help either from hydrochloric acid or pancreatic enzymes. But this is a very easy program. It's essentially shake, meal or dinner with starch at the end of the day. Really important to adjust this to your needs, but it's very important that you understand that this is being done for a reason. The long periods of time between meals, the low-calorie approach of the meals, and the hypoallergenic approach of the protein shakes and the easy manipulation of the protein and fiber, as well as the starch at the end of the day, all have very specific reasons to be done to heal the metabolism. That's really important to understand.